Battle of the Brains, presented by Invest 529. Central Virginia's high school academic quiz show. Today's match features Collegiate School versus Midlothian High School. Let's play.
Hello and welcome. Thanks so much for joining us here for Battle of the Brains. We are Central Virginia's longest running high school academic quiz show. I'm Cheryl Miller. Our teams are playing for a total of $20,000 in scholarship money this season, courtesy of Invest 529 and the E.W. Scripps Foundation. The final 4 teams will each get a share, the winning school receiving $10,000. Our competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia. The academic athletes joining us today, the Cougars of Collegiate School, coached by Will Dunlap and Tyler Boyd. Collegiate School is a private co-educational preparatory school in Richmond's West End. It serves approximately 1,600 students in junior kindergarten through 12th grade. Also with us today, the Trojans of Midlothian High School, coached by Ben Java. Located in Chesterfield County, Midlothian High School's roots go back to 1875. The public school offers a number of advanced placement, dual enrollment, and international baccalaureate courses. Welcome to all of our students. It's great to have them here with us today playing Battle of the Brains. Our match will consist of 3 toss-up rounds and 1 category round. Players will buzz in and wait for me to call on them before giving their answer. Any interruption of questions with an incorrect answer will result in a point deduction, but there's no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. All right, students, let's go with the first toss-up round. Like human hair, a bird's feathers are made of what protein? Houstonus.
Keratin.
That is correct. Buckyballs, also called fullerenes, were one of the first type of particle discovered. Houstonus.
Subatomic particles.
That is incorrect. Midlothian? Mohammed?
Atomic particles.
They're actually nanoparticles. For 40 years, the Supersonics called Seattle home, relocated to Oklahoma City. Will?
Basketball.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Collegiate. What is the new name of this NBA franchise? Will?
Oklahoma City Thunder.
That is correct. Who was the last former governor of Virginia to be elected to the U.S. Senate? Leah?
Tim Kaine.
Correct. First elected in 2012. In math, what is the term for the horizontal x value in a pair of coordinates? Jeremiah?
Intercept.
That is incorrect. Collegiate? And that would be the abscissa. What capital city of Somalia provided a setting? Will?
Mogadishu.
That is correct for the 2001 movie Black Hawk Down. The 1992 Summer Olympic Games were the first time professional NBA players were allowed to compete. Dubbed the Dream Team, the U.S. roster included Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, and what Nike shoe pitchman? Will?
Michael Jordan.
Correct. On a drum set, what drum has metal strings across?
Snare.
Will?
Snare drum.
That is correct, across its bottom head. Fearing his children would overthrow him as he'd done his father, this Greek god began swallowing them at birth. Leah?
Kronos.
That is correct. He is the father of Zeus. At room temperature, it is colorless, a relatively inert, triply bonded diatomic gas. Name this primary component of the atmosphere. Muhammad?
Nitrogen.
Correct. He ruled over Judea from 37 to 4 BC. Name the king whose most notorious act was the murder of all male infants in Bethlehem. Will?
King Herod.
That is correct. A pterodactyl is an extinct flying reptile. Spell pterodactyl. Will?
Pterodactyl.
That is correct. All right, teams, turn your attention to the monitors for a video question from the Brainy Bunch, and you must wait until the question is asked completely before you buzz in.
1962's Dr. No was the first feature-length James Bond film. What actor starred in the title role?
Mohammed?
Sean Connery.
That is correct. A pencil has a small amount, an elephant has a large amount. What is the term for the tendency of an object to resist change in a state of motion? Will?
Inertia.
Correct. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. What is the sum of 5/8 and 1/2 expressed as a decimal? Houstonus.
1.125.
That is correct. The beginning of this war was dominated by armies of the Holy Roman Empire, but the late 1620s saw Protestant victories for the forces of Sweden. Name this war. Will.
30 Years' War.
That is correct. Began in 1618 and lasted 3 decades. What Major League Baseball team plays its home games at Wrigley Field? Will.
Chicago Cubs.
Correct. He was an American theoretical physicist and professor of physics at the University of California, Berkeley. Maddox.
Oppenheimer.
That is correct, the father of the atomic bomb. In what type of collision is momentum conserved but kinetic energy is not? James.
Explosion.
That is incorrect. Midlothian. Will?
Nuclear fission.
It's called inelastic. And that buzzer means the end of our first toss-up round. A good job by our team so far, but we've got a lot more questions coming their way. Up next, we'll introduce you to today's players, and then they'll take on the category round when Battle of the Brains continues.
Miss a week of Battle of the Brains? Want to catch up on the full season of play? Watch full episodes on our YouTube channel.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Collegiate School with 90 points. Our team from Midlothian High School with 60 points. And we'll get back to our match just ahead. But first, we want to introduce you to today's players. Let's start with our team from Collegiate School. The Cougars are coached by Will Dunlap and Tyler Boyd. First up is Will Clifford. Will is a senior who plays offensive line on the school's football team, is an Eagle Scout from Troop 444, shout out for them, and is leader of Collegiate's all-male choral group, also enjoys NASCAR, fishing, and hunting. Next up is Leah Johnston, who is a junior. Leah enjoys rock climbing, acting, technical theater, and speech, and is a member of the International Thespian Society. Our team captain from the Collegiate School is Eustanis Petkauskis, who is a senior, is a member of the debate team and the robotics team, is a musician who likes all kinds of music and plays the piano and hopes to study engineering or law. And wrapping up our team is James Galgano, who is a senior, plans to pursue an applied math major, enjoys track, tutoring, and trivia. That should come in handy. Thanks for joining us, our team from Collegiate School. Now let's meet our team from Midlothian High School. They are the Trojans, coached by Ben Java. First up is Mohammed Umerskov, who is a senior, is president of Model UN, enjoys both mathematics and science, and hopes to eventually become a doctor. Our team captain is Maddox Johnson, who is a senior, is a member of his school council, is also on debate team. Will Jackson is a senior, is in the IB program, International Baccalaureate program, enjoys playing the violin, so he's a musician, and hopes to attend the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. And wrapping up our team is Jeremiah Pandian, who is a sophomore, who is a tennis player and volunteers at local hospital. And that is our team from Midlothian High School. Great to have you here with us today as well, playing Battle of the Brains here in round 1. And now for our category round today. Each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If a team gets all of its questions correct within the allotted time, they will receive a 20-point bonus. All right, teams, here are today's categories from which you may choose. They are begins with I, the word line, and Asia. And we do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the team, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answer. There is no deferring. By the rules, the high score team gets first choice of category, so that is our team from Collegiate School. So Eustanis, quickly talk it over with your teammates. Let me know what category you'd like to play.
We'd like begins with I, please.
All right, identify each of the following, all which begin with the letter I. The first is South American Indians in Peru.
Inca.
Correct. Peninsula on which Spain is located.
Iberian.
Correct. Roman Catholic tribunal established to suppress heresy.
Pass.
That would be the Inquisition. Tendency of matter to remain at rest.
Inertia.
Correct. An Eskimo home.
Igloo.
Correct. Frozen product made by companies including Breyers and Ben & Jerry's.
Ice cream.
Correct. Special kind of type used to indicate book titles.
Italics.
Correct. March 15th.
Ides of March.
Correct. Russian Tsar known as the Terrible.
Ivan.
Correct. Part of the eye.
Iris.
That is correct. Good job with that category. All right, Midlothian, your turn. The word line or Asia. Maddox, talk it over with your teammates.
Asia.
All right, identify the following concerning Asia. The first is the most spoken Chinese dialect.
Mandarin.
Correct. At 6.5 million square miles, the world's largest country.
Russia.
Correct. The world's highest point.
Mount Everest.
Correct. Asia's most western nation.
Turkey.
Correct. Country that shares a name with a U.S. state.
Georgia.
Correct. Mountains that divide Europe and Asia.
Urals.
That would be the Caucasus. World's largest peninsula.
Arabian.
Correct. Asia's most southern country.
Indonesia.
Correct. Country north of the 38th parallel.
North Korea.
Correct. And finally, the most populous capital city.
Tokyo.
And that is correct. Good job on your category as well. Good job by both of our teams here in the category round. Up next, they'll take on another toss-up round when Battle of the Brains continues, so stay with us, please.
Battle of the Brains is always available. Find full episodes on YouTube and follow Battle of the Brains on social media.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Collegiate School with 135 points. Our team from Midlothian High School with 105 points. And now it's back to Battle of the Brains in another toss-up match. But first, a quick reminder, teams do lose points for interrupting a question with an incorrect answer, and there is no conferring in the toss-up rounds. Here we go. Prohibition was established in these United States by what constitutional... Mohammed?
21st Amendment?
That is incorrect. By what constitutional amendment, Will?
18th Amendment.
That is correct. In January of 1919, it ended in 1933. First published in 1855 at the author's own expense, it drew sharp criticism for its celebration of the human body, as well as for its heavy use of free verse rather than traditional poetic meter. Name this collection of poems by Walt Whitman. Leah?
Leaves of Grass.
Correct. Who was the first American president to serve in the 20th century? Mohammed?
William McKinley?
Correct. He served from 1897 to 1901. The Hertzsprung-Russell diagram shows the relationship between a star's luminosity and what other value? Will?
Temperature.
That is correct. Hawkeyes, Deerslayer, and Pathfinder are names given to what frontiersman in James Fenimore Cooper's The Leather-Stocking Tales?
Paul Bunyan.
That is incorrect. Collegiate? And that would be Natty Bumppo. Which three major countries made up the Axis powers during World... Mohammed?
Nazi Germany, Italy, Japan.
That is correct, during World War II. This man's novels include Under Western Eyes and The Secret Agent, though he's best known for stories of sailors like Charlie Marlowe and Lord Jim. Name this author of Heart of Darkness. Will?
Conrad.
Joseph Conrad is correct. The Religious Society of Friends believe that people can worship God without the help of clergy. Members refuse to attend and pay tithes to the Church of England, but they could settle freely in America thanks to a land grant given to William Penn. By what name is this? Eustonus.
Quakers.
That is correct. What is the lowest note that can be played on a 6-string guitar in standard tuning? Eustonus.
E.
Correct. What is the largest reptile alive today? Mohammed.
Komodo dragon?
That is incorrect. Collegiate? Will?
Saltwater crocodile.
That is correct. Allons enfants de la patrie are the opening words of what stirring and historic anthem? Eustonus.
Le Marseillaise.
That's correct. The Marseillaise, the French Marseillaise. Who was the first military general to serve as U.S. president? Will.
Washington.
George Washington is correct. Name both of the current Major League sports franchises in Baltimore, Maryland. Will.
The Ravens and the Orioles.
That is correct. All right, teams, turn your attention to the monitors for a video question from the Brainy Bunch, and you must wait until the question is asked completely before buzzing in.
The Industrial Revolution, which began in earnest in the 18th century, began in what Western European country?
Eustonus.
England. Great Britain.
That is correct. The nation of Zimbabwe was formerly named for this co-founder. Eustonus.
Rhodes.
That is correct. A founder of the De Beers Mining Company. According to statistics compiled by the UVA Department of Environmental Services, in which month does Virginia receive the least precipitation? Will.
July.
That is incorrect. Eustonus?
June.
It's actually February. You may need your pencil and paper. What is 3 squared plus 2 cubed? Eustonus?
17.
That is correct. 9 plus 8. This musical premiered in San Francisco in 2003 and moved to Broadway later that same year. Name this Tony Award-winning musical featuring Elphaba and Glenda. Leah?
Wicked.
Correct. Published in 1849, it stemmed from a single night of imprisonment for failing to pay taxes to support the Mexican-American War. Name this essay by Henry David Thoreau about a citizen's duty to disobey immoral laws. Leah?
Civil disobedience.
Correct. And that buzzer means one more toss-up round just ahead, and we'll double the point value for our teams. Stay tuned to see which team will be today's winner here on Battle of the Brains and go on to the next round. Stay right here.
Love Battle of the Brains? Ready for your high school team to play next season? Go to battleofthebrains.net to learn more.
Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores now as we head into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Collegiate School with 265 points. Our team from Midlothian High School with 135 points. Still anybody's match because in this final toss-up round, the point score for a correct answer is doubled, but so is the penalty for an incorrect answer given before I finish the question. All right, teams, good luck. This is our final toss-up round. Geronimo was a leader of which Indian tribe? Muhammad?
The Navajo.
That is incorrect. Collegiate? Will?
The Sioux.
Was actually the Apache. Her TV show Ugly Betty was based on a Colombian telenovela. James?
America Ferrera.
That is correct. In The Legend of Romulus and Remus, which of the twins was granted the right to build the city of Rome and to name it? Leah?
Romulus.
Correct. In what Olympic sport did Caitlyn Jenner, the former Bruce Jenner, win Olympic gold? Will?
Decathlon.
That is correct, in 1976. Which of these films does not star Mark Wahlberg? The Departed, The Perfect Storm, Bourne Identity, or Invincible? Eustonus?
The Perfect Storm.
That is incorrect. Midlothian? Maddox?
Born Identity.
That is correct. In Roman mythology, she was the sister of the god Mars and a war goddess. Who is this goddess? Will?
Aries.
That is incorrect. Who is this goddess whose name is associated with the Latin word for war? Collegiate? Eustonus?
Gera.
That would be Bellona. It contains the gene DMD, which is the largest gene in the human genome. Autism, colorblindness, and hemophilia are all linked to recessive genes. Eustonus?
Y chromosome.
That is incorrect. Will?
The X chromosome.
That is correct. Damascus is the capital of which Middle Eastern? We're going to throw that out. We're having a technical difficulty here. Next question. This man commanded a military force called the Hunters of the Alps. Name this nationalist who will.
Garibaldi.
Repeat for me.
Garibaldi.
That is correct. In physics, George Atwood is best known for his machine consisting of masses. For what novel is Margaret Atwood best known? Muhammad?
The Handmaid's Tale.
Correct. Portrayed by Emma Stone in the movie Battle of the Sexes, who was the first woman to be named Sports Illustrated Sportsperson? Will?
Billie Jean King.
Correct. Sportsperson of the Year in 1972. In 1962, James Meredith made history when, after a lengthy legal battle, he was admitted to and later graduated from what segregated Southern University? Muhammad?
Carnegie Mellon.
That is incorrect. Collegiate? Will?
University of Alabama.
The University of Mississippi. What is the common term for water that is not real salty but not fresh either? Will?
Brackish.
Correct. Snowball and Napoleon in Animal Farm. Wilbur in Charlotte's Web. Will?
Pigs.
That is correct, all the same kind of animal. In his work, The Critique of Practical Reason, this 18th century German philosopher developed the idea that there are actions we must perform because they are moral obligations. Will?
Immanuel Kant.
Correct. How many stars were there on the American flag at the time of John Kennedy's assassination? Will?
50.
Correct, in November of 1963. What is the name given to the type of a three-pronged spear usually associated? Will?
Trident.
Correct, the one carried by Neptune. The Declaration of Independence was ratified in 1771 by which one of America's continental congresses?
Or the Third Continental Congress.
That is incorrect. Collegiate? Eustonus?
First Continental Congress.
Was actually the Second Continental Congress. What recently published novel did the Nobel Prize Committee mention in awarding Ernest Hemingway the 1954 Nobel Prize in Literature? Eustonus?
1984.
That is incorrect. Midlothian? Will?
The Old Man and the Sea.
That is correct. It was recently published in 1954. This man in 1859, along with 21 others, participated in a raid on the federal arsenal at Harper's Ferry. Will?
John Brown.
Correct. And that buzzer is the end of our game. While our judges double check the final score, here's how to stay connected with us here on Battle of the Brains.
Stay up to date on Battle of the Brains. Follow along as your favorite teams advance this season. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more and follow the show on social at Battle of the Brains. Join us next week on Battle of the Brains as we welcome students from Tallwood High School playing against Cugana High School.
And now here is the final score for today's match, determining which of our teams will continue on to the second round in this season's competition. Ending the match with a final score of 315 points, our team from Midlothian High School. Great job today by Jeremiah, Will, Maddox, and Mohammed. Good job and congratulations and best of luck in the rest of your school year. Our winners today with a final score of 365 points, our team from Collegiate School. Good job by Will, Leah, Eustonus, and James, and actually great job today. And we will see you in round 2 here on Battle of the Brains. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thank you so much for watching and playing along here on Battle of the Brains, and we'll see you back here next week. Great match, teams.
Game over. Thank you for watching Battle of the Brains. Presented by Invest 529. Goodbye.